I had a thought. Now, this thought just came to mind because I was thinking of something I was told that dogs are apparently colorblind and horses have a certain blurry vision for certain distances, yet they have monocular vision, that they're blind in front of their forehead. They can use each eye to see to the side. So I was thinking about the pineal gland, thinking about the spirit, that why do humans not live thousands of years, and um, why did they apparently live for hundreds of years or thousands of years? And I was thinking of the receptor. Okay, here's your body, you're born, here's the receptor. Now there's points and receptors all around, right? Our human body that we live in today, I believe it's been changed. I don't believe this is the human body that was here when everything was first created for the human soul. I believe in the caveman, but I don't believe that was the same world. I believe that we're detached after so many years, 100 or 200 years, that the further away we go from the original birth, the further away we have problems with recepting this birth, so we die. Now, that can't really be said. There's people that are 110, 120, 130 years old with great memory. My aunt is going to be 103 this year. She remembers everything like yesterday. She even told me, she says, I may be old, I may be slow, but I remember everything from my life, she said to me, and with confidence as she creaked along and moved along. Happy birthday, Auntie Sadie. I know it's within the next month, your birthday. 103 and still rocking, you know. Um, I'm not sure what else to say other than I want to get into a numerological thing right now. I'm quite sure I've captured a small audience, and I want to show you how small our number system is. All I want to do is double up. 1 goes to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 to 32 to 64, right, as we dial up. And as we get to 16, 1 plus 6 equals to 7. So now we're over here. And then once we get to 64, 6 plus 4 equals to 10 equals to 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So we went 7 and 1. 1 goes up to 7 and then up to 7, sorry, down to 5. 3 plus 2 equals to 5, and then to 1. So our number in this section over here goes 7, 5, and 1. So we connect 7 over to 5 over to 1. These two numbers are the numeric values inside the moon. 1 is inside 2. 2, 1, 2 creates 5. 1 and 2 create 3. 3, 1, 3 creates 7. 3 and 3 will create 6. 6 is in between 5 and 7. So why do we call it the seventh gate? Because 1, okay, 1, 3, 1, 3 creates 7. 303 creates 6. 2, 1, 2 creates 5, putting 6 in between 5 and 7. Number 57, okay, is the number to the moon. 77 times 75 equals to 5775. Very simple. Now we have 2 will become 8. 3 will go back to 1 and 2 is 3. 2 and 4 is 6. 4 and 8 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. So all we have is 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. Here we have 2, 4, 6, 8. And again, 1 and 6 is 7. And then over here in the 4 area, 1 and 6 is 7. Then we have 3 and 6, where they're now connecting over here. So all the numbers after stage A, B, C, right? Michael Jackson said A, B, C, 5. He skips over this section over here. Michael Jackson and Jackson 5s. I like to use this because I believe, and I'm a big believer, in certain terms in life. at certain parts in time, certain things that we retain. And I do believe that if they use the word that God has a special, what's it called, with each and every one of us, then God, to me, is the divide and the connect. Okay, he is the divide and he is the connect. The letter 3 and 24. Okay, the letter 4 and 23. The total is 47 and 7. 11, 7 times 4, 28. This will create the sky system. This will create 39, and that runs through Saturn. Remember, they need to make a mirror. If I flip something over, there's something on this side, something on this side, there's something on this side. Okay, when you flip it over, here's the front of my hand. I flip it over. Right, here's the back of my hand. I flip it over. It's now the front of my hand. But when you flip it over, just like that, right, these two edges will copy. Except you notice this is the front of my hand, and then I'm copying it to the back of my hand. You follow me? So those who look from behind my hand will see the same thing as those who look in the front of my hand. Just like a spiral, just like something that you bend. If I bend over this paper this way, right? Same, they're both the upside, but the upside is now on the downside. So we're going to go over here how 6 matches 3, how 4 does not come into 6, but 4 comes into, look, 4 and 1 now connect. 3 and 6 connect. Communication, right over here. Here's our communication. 9 lives of the cat is inside 5. The 1, the 3, the 5, and the 7 all have the number 1 in it. The 4 is the double of 2. The 6 is the halfway between 4. If you look on the cube, there's 2 more dots here that create the 6. That's the halfway life. That's the mirrored area, because if you look on the card, okay, it's no longer like this creating the half-life in the 6, but the 6 is created by 2 4s coming together, creating 6. And then when you create the 8 card, you just put that split there, and now you have 5 and 5 inside the 8 card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It all depends how you rip it apart and put it together. What does it do? I don't know. All I do is I create the reality from the situation that is put in front of me. The possibilities, if they're there mathematically, then I believe string code, which means computer bound, that I believe that we can set up this system wherever it is for some logical way that we connect to the alter world. Don't know what it is. I'm not a scientist. Weights and measures. Okay, metric and imperial U.S. and Canadian gallons, if you want to look at it that way. There's other numeric things that work into the thing. You see, when we get the 6, 3, 1.5, okay, 0.75, 0.375. 4.375 is inside 7. 8, 4, 2, 1.5. Okay, 8 down to 4 to 2 to 1 to 0.5. That means 1 and 8 eventually meet. Inside the telephone, you have 1 dot in the center of 8. So there's your 1 dot in the center of 8. Your 9 goes to 4 to 225. 225. Right, 15 times 15, 225. That's a numeric value for Mars. 1.25 from 5. So now we know 1 and 10 is a relative of 5. Half and half is 2.5. 1.25. 5 times 5 times 5. 1 times 5 is 625. Times 5 is 3125. This is a link. 41 times this number is 25, 625, which is a numeric value that connects to the Mayan calendar of 25, 625, which is the short count of the 25, 920. Divided by 5, this divided by 5 is 165 times 5. 60 times 5, 5 divided by this is 1. 5 divided by this is 0. And it's 2 that goes over here. Okay, let me just take a quick look. 31, Let me see why I put that up there. 1, sorry, it's 6 equals to 30, and then 12, you got 2 equals to 10, and then you got 25 equals to 5, right. It equals to 625 times 5. I originally had 625 by 5 equals to that number. And this becomes 3125, so 5 actually cuts everything in half, and 2 doubles everything back up. So all we're working with is DC and 3 and 4. Raphael, I think you get the drift. Thank you for watching this video.